All right, good morning, everyone. I wanted to do a quick stream this morning and just do a little devlog, talking about what I've done in the last week and what I'm going to do this next week. I know not too many people out there are like really dying to know what's going on with this game, but this is something that I want to do to feel better personally about what my goals are for this game. Okay, let me start by talking about what I did this last week. This last week I was mainly trying to get back into the flow of things by making art for the UI. Previously the UI art did not look very good. It was just kind of placeholder stuff, but I really wanted it to feel like alive, like the rest of the game. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the first level and kind of talk about it a little bit. Now, the animations aren't all set up on it, but I've got a kind of turn counter here in the bottom right corner. In its bottom left corner we have the tool bin, which allows you to switch between the tools. I wanted it to be a little bit more intuitive about what's happening during the game here. This tool bin is a random selection of these different tools. The animation is not set up on it yet, so of these different tools that you have access to. And so you can pick between them and go. I wanted, you know, a little bit more liveliness for these two things. Now, this over here in the right corner is a turn counter that'll keep track of how many, you know, on the bottom here, how many of these tools you've used in the turn. And then this top part here is the number of turns that you've done. So 3 by 3 is 9. You get 9 total turns in a level. You can see now we're on the second round, and we have 3 moves to perform. When we undo those moves, it goes away. We can click that. What I want to do, like immediately next, which is maybe even today, will be going on this this tool bin here, making it so that at the end of every round, so you saw I did like the I did move, I clicked on here to end the round. I need to show that this is shuffling moves. If I animate this correctly, this will solve this problem that I have, that people don't understand that you're getting a random selection of the moves, and it's not just the order that you put it in. Okay, this is another thing that needs some work. But basically what I want to do is take this prototype I have and just polish up the UI a little bit, like make the UI a little bit more interesting and fun, because you know, this you can kind of see this is semi placeholder stuff. This isn't like necessarily very fun or lively, but that's the direction I want to take it in. Make it feel like it's part of the game world. So yeah, here's an issue that I have, right? It's not like clearly, like, by redesigning the UI I can make it a little bit more clear what's happening here and what you're choosing between. Alright, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Okay, like this all... What is this? Am I choosing the order that it goes in? Like, there should be kind of like a symbol up here that shows that this is all going to be randomized. And then I have this kind of thing, right, where when I click start level, all of these tools will then... Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. I can remove tools. All of these tools, after I click the start level button, will kind of jump up in the air and then go into this tool bin, which should then shake up to display a little bit of that randomness. It's not quite there right now. It's not really demonstrating the shaking or the you know, spitting out of 3 tools. So that's going to be kind of my next thing. It's just really making that more clear. Now, I've pulled 3 water shot tools, which is a good example of something that's a problem in this game right now. When you pull these 3 tools, I can't do anything, right? I can shoot this, I can shoot this, which I should not be able to pick that up doing that. Wow, that's a bug. Well, at least it comes back when I undo. That's kind of wild. Okay, discovering bugs during the devlog is a good thing. Okay, so, you know, I've got this dud turn, basically. I shouldn't have been able to pick that up. Let's see if it gives me the, Yes, it does. Okay, but now I'm not going to be able to, complete this because I've pulled all my 3 shots in the first turn. So that's basically the big issue with the game right now, is like, how do you plan a puzzle game? Like, maybe I need to be smarter about the level design. That's part of the fix. Maybe I need to be better about giving the player some options if they pull a dud hand. Like, what can I do? Maybe I get 1 reroll per game. Maybe I get to decide my first hand and the last 6 are random. Maybe you have to purchase those abilities in a shop. Right now I'm giving currency out for level rewards. There's nothing to do with it. So the plan is to have, like, so you see there's the 3 symbols on each level here. I forget, one of these, I think it's the wing thing, that is currency, but it's not very clear that that's currency right now. The boxes are levels, which kind of makes sense. But there's a lot of work to do here. Okay, so I have this mouse cursor on here, which I forgot to even show. The fun thing about this, I don't know if it's coming through on the screen, is I've added like squash and stretch to it when you... I saw a game do this and I just thought it was the coolest thing. It's kind of hard to see, but if I move it really fast side to side, you can see it's squashing, and up and down, it's stretching up and down. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I'm gonna enhance that effect a little bit, I think. As well as kind of maybe change the state of this, or the color of it, based on what you're hovering on. It should be like very interactive and feel diegetically part of the world rather than just a mouse cursor. I want to talk a little bit about goals. So right now I have like 6 levels in the game. By October 1st, I want to have a nice vertical slice of 9 levels. With those UX improvements, because I submitted this for the Marathon Jam in July, and it just didn't, like, people were confused. Like, what's going on here? What is all of this nonsense? I want a little bit of that. I mean, that's part of the fun. But I think everything could be a little bit more clear. Going back to talking about this tool bin here, just some simple animations and updates on this is going to make what's happening here much more clear. So that's what I mean when I say polished. I want more of a streamlined user experience, so that I can figure out, okay, is it the game idea that's bad here? Is picking random moves bad, or is it just not being communicated effectively to the player? Stuff like this, like, okay, like, what's really going on here? What is abandoning and submitting my work gonna be? Like, what? So I want to make kind of like some sort of like log or interface there that makes that clear. Like I've got an assignment here that is given to me. You know, it's probably like going to be some sort of LCD screen, but in the same kind of format with these two things. And then this would be like a larger form of it. Yeah, that's the plan. This is my attempt at getting a consistent amount of work done on my game, and it's kind of working. I'm coming back to it. You know, like I've got these streaks of, like, you can see here. Here's each individual point is a point that I've logged to work on my game, or just, you know, whatever. Sure, sometimes I'm like doing stuff and I don't log it. It's kind of bad. I did a jam in July, and then I changed jobs in August, so that was a little bit of a stressful time. I had a big stretch of not really knowing the direction of the game here for a few months. But I'm feeling good. Like, I'm feeling like I'm going to get back into the flow of things. I've got good momentum again, as you can see. I'm feeling settled into things. And I think that's kind of it. I want to do more morning streams where I work on this game. And so I'll be doing that. I'll be working on this game. Live on Twitch. Whatever the TV. Alright, well, thanks to whoever tuned in here. Big Shark, thank you for making me feel like someone out there in the world is at least somewhat interested in hearing this sort of thing, or looking at this sort of thing. So thanks, and I'll be back at an undisclosed time, probably tonight, to work a little bit more on the game.